Hey, what's up guys? Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply, and in today's video we're going to cover everything that you need to know to overwinter your tropical as well as your temperate trees successfully. And we're going to talk about placement, watering, fertilizing, insect care, and overall everything that you need to successfully overwinter your trees. Now let's get started. Alright, so first of all, you want to make sure that you know what type of tree you have, if you have a tropical tree or a temperate tree. Tropical trees are all trees that are normally grown naturally in a tropical environment. And some of those trees are ficuses, dwarf jays, bougainvillea, etc. And in temperate trees, we have trees that need to go to sleep in order to survive. And we have mostly all deciduous trees such as maples. We also have conifers such as junipers and pines. Now it is important to note that you cannot overwinter both of these trees in the same area, so they need to be separated. So when exactly are we going to protect our trees from the cold? So tropical trees, we want to wait until the night temperatures drop below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. However, on the opposite side with the temperate trees, we can wait a little bit longer. So I usually start to protect them from the cold right around at 30 degrees. Right below freezing, and a good tail sign is when the deciduous trees have lost all of their leaves at that time, and that's when we go ahead and start to protect them from the cold. Alright, so now let's talk about where exactly we keep these trees. So the tropical trees, you want to make sure that you keep them either in a heated greenhouse, heated garage, or indoors by a bright window or under a grow light. Now the most important thing to look out for is the heat. You want to make sure that you introduce enough heat to your trees so that they stay above 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Now from 40 to 70, they will just stay alive, but they will not continue to grow throughout the winter. However, if you are able to give them temperatures 70 and above degrees Fahrenheit, they will continue to grow throughout the winter time. Now in their winter storage, you have to make sure that besides the heat, that you also keep an eye on the humidity level. The perfect humidity percentage for tropical trees is right around 70% to about 100% humidity, which can be quite difficult to achieve inside your house since it is mostly on the drier side, and the same goes for a garage. So you might have to get a humidifier to introduce extra humidity to that environment where these trees are in. Now another thing that you want to keep an eye out for is for the lighting. If you want your trees to continue to grow, besides the heat, you will need to have some sort of lighting. So either by a bright window or give them a grow light such as an HPS light, red or blue UV light might work as well. Now in the tropical area where you keep your trees, and it usually works best when you have a designated area in your house such as a room, or then the garage or the greenhouse, it's a designated area where you can control the temperatures. Now you also want to make sure that you have a fan in that area that can move the air around so that the air doesn't get stale. Now when you move your trees from the outside into this winter storage, a couple things might happen. Your tree might get some yellow leaves, or it might even lose all of the leaves, and that's due to the difference of light. Since the light outside is different from your inside, the tree's leaves will react to that change of light. So there's nothing to worry about. The tree will start to regrow its leaves. Now temperate trees, on the other hand, you can overwinter them in a greenhouse, a garage, or outdoors as well. Now that kind of depends on your climate. However, we are here in Georgia where the winters are fairly mild, so we can get away by overwintering the trees outdoors, which is place them on the ground, huddle them together, and keep them out of the wind. Now what you can do when you overwinter your trees outdoors, you can cover the pots with an insulating material such as hay, straw, pine bark, or even leaves. Just cover the pot of your tree, and that will insulate the heat. If you overwinter them in a garage or a greenhouse, you want to make sure that the temperatures are right around 26 to 28 degrees Fahrenheit. You also want to have a oscillating fan if you overwinter them in a closed environment, so that it can keep the air moving around. However, you do not need a fan if you overwinter them outside because you have the fresh air. Now, I did mention keeping them out of the wind's way, and that's because in the winter time the wind is on the drier side, so it will dry out the fine ramification and you will start to lose a lot of the fine ramification on your more advanced trees. Alright, now watering, fertilizing, and repotting. So I have a very simple rule with tropical trees. If they are actively growing, yes to everything. So if they are actively growing, yes to fertilizing, yes to watering, and you can even repot if the temperatures are 70 degrees Fahrenheit and higher. Now on the other side with temperate trees, since they're not continuing to grow throughout the winter, you do not have to fertilize, and the watering goes down to a very bare minimum. So I check my trees about once a week and just make sure that they are not completely bone dry and they are not completely wet. So I'm looking for like a moist kind of soil in there. However, for the repotting, you do want to wait with temperate trees until the spring, once they start to actively grow again. Insects. So what I find is the biggest problem on tropical trees is whiteflies, and on temperate trees is usually funguses and molds. So I do recommend that you keep checking your trees and look out for these insect damages or molds and funguses, and then spray accordingly. So these are the main things that you need to know to overwinter your trees successfully. However, if you have any more questions, please let us know down below in the comment section. Hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys next time.